everybody, it's your boy Spyro Now, I wanted to make a video about this because this is a serious video, and a lot of people are going to know what this video is about, but it has to be said. Number one, okay, understand everything that happened 2 years ago in Texas. I understand that. But now it's getting to the point where now we have to keep preaching over and over the same narrative. And it's getting annoying. And I'll explain why. So, the parents of the victims of the school shooting in Texas is now suing Activision, Blizzard, and Microsoft for the school shooting that happened. Now, I'm going to say where this is wrong, okay? One, it's not video games' fault. This is a mental health problem, not video game problem. And I'm tired of hearing about this because, one, I'm a gamer, okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, I play Call of Duty. I play a lot of first-person shooters, okay? A lot of them. And I have ADHD, okay? So I'm not, the problem here. And most gamers would tell you that have a disability would say, this is not a video game problem. This is a mental health problem. Because in Texas 2 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago, the problem was the police did not do what they were supposed to do by going into that school and stopping the shooting. They did not do it. They stood outside and waited for all those innocent children to be killed. The families need to go after the police department. They need to go after the state of Texas and say, look, this cannot happen again. And the gun laws is the reason why this is happening. I get it. You want to own a gun. That's fine. I'm not against that. If you use it for self-defense reasons, okay. But if you don't stop mental health people from getting access to guns, this will keep happening. And this is an ongoing problem for years. Okay? For years. And I'm tired of hearing this crap. Because one, it's not the video game developers' fault. It's mentally disturbed people who get access to guns, whether their parents aren't locking up their guns in safes, or they just leave them out in the open for kids to get. That's the problem. This is an ongoing problem. I just seen, I think it was about a year, maybe 2 years ago, where a little boy in his parents' apartment pick up a gun and start shooting it or act like he's shooting it in the hallway. And this kid is really small. I mean, he's a toddler. He's like not even 5, maybe 6 years old. And he's acting like he's shooting a gun. The responsibility falls under the parents. And I'm telling you this right now. I'm tired of hearing this crap because it's not the video game that's the problem. It's the bad parenting that's becoming the problem. Because people don't lock up their guns. Kids get access to those guns. Then you have a serious problem where a kid brings a gun to school. That's the problem. And the Uvalde, I get it. Your school shooting was terrible. I want you guys to have better security, better ways of handling a situation like that. Go after the police department. Go after who you need to go after. But don't go after video games. They are not the reason. Just because gamers play video games doesn't mean we're all at risk of doing a school shooting. We're not. You know what the percentage of people who actually play video games, especially first-person shooters, do? Nothing. Nothing. We don't even want to pick up a gun. We don't even want to go that route. Because the more and more people of gamers that would pick up guns and take them into schools and start shooting, yes, that will become a problem if 99.9% of gamers would take guns to schools, but we don't. Us intelligent people who play first-person shooters on a daily basis would never do this kind of dumb shit. But you going after video game developers are not going to help the problem. You're only exacerbating it. You need to go after the police department. You need to go after the family of the shooter. That's who you need to go after, not video game developers. They have nothing to do with this. The publishers, nothing to do with this. This is a problem with the state of Texas. This is the problem with people who don't want to put strict gun laws into effect. They don't want to stop this. They want to keep it going. And you're just making it worse by going after video game developers. Because let's say it goes to court and they say, well, it's because of this school shooting that happened. They're going to throw that out and say no. I mean, no, look at all the other school shootings that happened in history. You're only one of how many that would happen? I mean, I'm sorry, no. They're going to throw it out. They're going to be like, no, that's not the problem. And this is an ongoing problem. This is why more and more school shootings happen because, one, there's no discipline. Parents are getting too lenient with their kids. They let them do whatever the hell they want. There's even kids that doing some ridiculous stuff on the internet for attention, for clout. And you see them doing outrageous shit. But you don't see people like, let's say, perfect example, Johnny, the guy who goes to Japan and assaults everybody. Does anybody discipline him? No, because he acts like a moron. He acts like he can do whatever the hell he wants. Then in his Discord, people are praising him. They're giving him money. They're making him famous by doing dumb shit. I'm telling you, this is the problem. You need strict rules. That's why this is going out of control. It's not the video game's fault. It's the parents of the or not the victims, my apologies, but the perpetrator who caused this to happen. If the parents would have seen the signs of this about to happen, they should have let the authorities know. And if the authorities knew about it and didn't do anything about it, then you can sue the police department. You can go after the state of Texas and say, hey, look, we knew this was about to happen. Nobody wanted to do a damn thing, so we're going after you. That's what needs to be happening. Not going after video games. That's going to make it 10 times worse. Because now, people are not going to listen to you guys. They're not. They're going to be like, why should we listen to you? There's many other school shootings that this happened to. But you think just because one people go after video games, that's going to make a difference? No, that's not going to make a difference. It's just going to sweep it underneath the rug like it always does. And it's completely sad. That's the main issue. Parents, right? Parents not doing the right thing for their kids. 2, when you're informed of something that severe going on and you contact the authorities, they don't do anything about it, then you sue not the video game industry, but you go after the state. You go after the police department. You go after the mayor. You go through the chain of command to get it solved. Not all this video game drama. That's not the answer. That will actually kill your chance of getting anything done. And the state could go after video games, but they'll say, no, not possible. We have nothing to do with that. And now you're causing a bigger problem where now video games have to be censored. And that's where we have a problem with most gamers. Because now we're paying money for a video game, like let's say Call of Duty. What, you want us to have a video game where we sing Kumbaya? Gamers are not going to accept that. They're not. And then you're going to see things where Activision Blizzard will just stop making Call of Duty games. Then more developers are going to come out there, break whatever rules they put in place, and say, you know what, no, we shouldn't have to tell these people that we can't make a violent video game. We can't. I mean, this is ridiculous. That's not how you fix the problem. Video games is not the problem. The problem is the mental health system in this country is terrible. It's terrible. And you're just making it worse by trying to sue a video game company when they're just going to throw it out in court, saying, that's not our fault that happened. It's a mental health problem. And then you're just sweeping it underneath the rug, and nobody's going to talk about it anymore until another school shooting happens. I could go down the whole list of school shootings, but I don't want to. So, parents, stop. Don't go after video game companies. Go after the state. Go after the police department. Go after who you need to go after, not video game companies. They got nothing to do with this. And Texas police department that was involved in that, you should be ashamed of yourself. Seriously. To stand there, because I saw the footage. You stood there and let innocent kids die because you didn't know what to do. I guarantee you, my police department would know what to do. Every other state in the United States of America, Canada, so many other jurisdictions would say, we cannot have this happening. We can't have innocent kids dying because you were confused. You shouldn't be confused. You get a SWAT team, you go after the perpetrator, and then you take him out. Simple as that. And if his mom and dad tries to sue, just say, look, we did not raise a killer. Okay, we did not train him to kill anybody. And kids, you need to stop bullying people. That's another problem that's involved in this. Because you have to understand, bullying can trigger this. It really can. Kids bully each other all the time, then their mental state collapses. And once it collapses, it goes to a dark section where there's no coming back. And that's why this is all happening. It's bullying in schools. The administrators have no idea what to do because they've never been trained to do this. And if they were trained, they don't want to get their ass beat. I've seen several kids in a high school that would attack a teacher. Back when I was a kid, we never did that. We would get sent to the principal's office and possibly in trouble with the law. And now it's like fair game. So no, I think the problem is bullying situation is getting out of control because there's one video, and I don't know who the girl was that really helped that one girl out, but kudos to her. Kudos. And I'm calling you out, girl, because you did the right thing. When that one white girl was going after that Asian girl, bullying her, then that one girl, she was African American, because I seen the footage, she beat the living shit out of her, which I was so proud of her to do. Because you think it's okay to bully somebody, just you wait till it comes back and bites you on the ass and you start crying. Being like, I didn't do anything wrong. No, you did plenty wrong. You don't go up to a random stranger, pick on them, and act like a real bully. Because if that person's friend comes out and starts wailing on you, I don't want to hear no crying. You deserve that. You completely deserve that. And to the parents of the girl who was bullying that other girl, you should be ashamed of yourself. You need parenting advice, because that's just sad. You don't go around bullying people like that. And you shouldn't even be raising a child that bullies. You shouldn't. So I recommend getting parenting counseling. That's what I think. But anyway, like I said, stop blaming video games. That's not the problem. The problem is you're not being a good parent when it comes to taking care of your kids. You're not doing what's right. And it's disgusting. Peace.